The rape trial of Rivers of Living Waters Church leader Steven Bafana Zondo will resume today to allow the defense to conduct cross-examining the state's expert witness. Now, yesterday, the trial was adjourned earlier than expected to allow the defense sufficient time to prepare. Professor Rahlagane, a clinical psychologist, testified in the Pretoria High Court that most of the rape victims in churches suffer abuse during deliverance prayers. Now, for more on the story, let's bring in SABC News reporter Molemo-waOne Mothoa. Molemo, thank you so much for your time. So, as we look, of course, at what will transpire in court today, just talk to us a little bit about what happened yesterday. What led to the abrupt adjournment yesterday?
Thank you, Unati. Well, indeed, the trial resumed last week, Monday, with the state's expert witness taking the stand. However, the proceedings were delayed after the defense, objected his report, questioning its relevance and admissibility. But then Judge Papimusopa ruled in favor of the state, permitting the evidence to be presented before court. And as we've seen, the proceedings, how they've panned out since last week. The expert witness, who is a clinical psychologist, Professor Rahlagane, compiled a 21-page report which highlights the psychological impact of sexual abuse on victims. It also reflected the barriers of delay in reporting, which in this case, he actually testified that victims, or rather complainants, feared that they were going to be rejected by other congregants should they come out with such claims. And he also told the court that the accused also told or rather made it clear to the complainants that they were dealing with a powerful person, and as a result they feared, taking the matter forward or, reporting the cases in time, fearing, for what would become of them. We also heard that most of these abuses actually happened during the prayer sessions. That is called the deliverance sessions. But then just to hear more on that, we actually are going to be speaking to the legal defense of the accused. But then just to get back to the question on why the matter was adjourned, it was to allow the state to have time to conclude its questioning of the state, the expert witness, of which today the defense is now expected to start its cross-examination of the expert witness. But joining me now is Zondo's legal representative, Jeffrey Rahlagane, just to tell us the other day when the state posed the question of the accused, having political connections, and also, bragging about the fact that he was an influential person. The defense objected. Why?
We objected based on the relevance of that question. If I happen to know President Mbeki or President Zuma, it doesn't mean that I have a political connection. That's why we objected for the relevance of that, because they want to portray that this person is so powerful that people are afraid of. No, it's nothing like that. Even Zuma was arrested and on stage. Yes. And
are we going to see the accused, taking the witness stand?
Look, the state is not yet closed its case. We still have to, immediately when they close their case, then we have to sit down as a team to check whether is it necessary for him to come into the box or what. We can apply for 174. After we have to evaluate the case of the state. Yes. And
after all the evidence that has been brought before court by the 7 witnesses, the 7 alleged victims, as well as the expert witness, what's your take about how do you see this panning out?
all they've said is just an allegation. It has to be proved by court. I mean, like the expert will say incidents, as if these things happen. This is alleged incident. So hence we objected to the relevance of the testimony of the expert. I mean, you cannot say in Zimbabwe, this is what's happening. We are not the same Zimbabwe and South Africa. You can't compare apples with bananas, it's apples with apples. So now from there, we have to check the evidence, evaluate with the defense team, and then decide whether this person must be brought in the box to testify. Remember, in terms of the law, I cannot help the state to prove his case. So now, if there's nothing that really attaches me, why should I assist the state? Then I can simply close my case, and that's it.
The state is expected to conclude its evidence of the expert witness today, and you also indicated the fact that you'd be, securing a specialist on this matter. Tell us about that.
Yes, I mean, we consulted extensively yesterday with our expert, and then we're going to cross-examine the expert for the state. And then it will tell after that whether should we call him or what. Who knows? We can ask 2 questions, and that's the end of this testimony. So now, why should we bring the expert if we can just deal with the expert by 2 questions? And that's it.
Thank you so much, Unathi. That's Jeffrey Rahlagane, Zondo's legal representative. They also indicating the fact that it's not actually clear as to whether they will be bringing, he will be actually taking the witness stand. But so far, what I can tell you is that 7 witnesses and their 7 victims have actually testified. Also, coupled with that, there are 8 witnesses as well have been in the stand. And also, what I can put it before you is that during his trial, or rather at the beginning of his trial, Zondo did not give an explanation of his not guilty plea. But then we've seen, during the trial, the line of questioning of the defense that it believes that all these charges were trumped up, and that the complainants have actually been working together, to sow division in the church, so as to break it down and to cause a split.